Greetings, Exalted Ones. My name is Dash, and today I wanted to explain the origins of Jizz in the Star Wars universe. I put off making this video for ages, and I thought, stop being a pussy, talk about it, because one, it's hilarious, two, it's super interesting, and three, this was one of the most searched terms in Star Wars Wikipedia ever. For years, I'd see it in the top 10, and I was like, man, people keep looking up Jizz, thinking it's going to be something dirty, and they're so wrong. And the reason why it actually came about was because Star Wars really has two kind of schools of thought when it comes to naming conventions. Alien, so something that just has no representation or it's not derivative from the English language. And then the second, which we can relate to more, is something derivative. And I'll give you examples. So they would use the word caf in, say, John Jackson's Miller's novel A New Dawn a lot, which is short for caffeine, so it meant coffee. And that was actually prevalent in other novels. Or you had something like plastoid, which is obviously plastic, but an oid on it for stormtrooper armor. Or plasteel, which is plastic and steel. Or gravball for even some type of sport. So you can see how these things, you don't need to know what they are, but innately you just know because of the English language what they mean. Now, Jizz is one such example of this going wrong. Back in the 80s in the Star Wars Return of the Jedi novelization, the author, bless him, probably had no idea about the dirty connotation, so he called the style of cantina band music Jizz, which is derivative of jazz. So Figuring Down in the Modal Nodes played Jizz, and it showed up on screen in the subtitles, Jizz playing when they played. Or was it the Jabba band? I can't remember. What matters is that it made it into the novel, but in 2007, when Figuring Down in the Modal Nodes actually got some new toys, they retracted it and called it jazz because somebody picked up on it. But for years, this was actually the terminology before canon, was booted up. So in Legends, I remember playing Star Wars Galaxies and you'd play Jizz on a fizz, which was an instrument or a fanfare, and I didn't think two things I thought it was funny. Years later on Wikipedia, I realized that people just kept searching this thinking that there was going to be some type of naughty Star Wars. I'm sure that they put it into Google and then they clicked on the link not looking at Wikipedia, and then they started learning about the Cantina Band. So I don't know if Star Wars got more fans from it, but it was something that I always found innately interesting and a part of the rich lore. I know that it's strange trivia, but this is part of the rich history and tapestry of Star Wars. There are different nooks and crannies and things that are little known, so I thought I would share it with you, debunk the myth, because again, so many people had searched this, and I thought that it was one of those things where I love to learn about trivia, no matter how strange and odd. I find that most fascinating that people took time out of their day to actually look it up. But the beauty of this video is it is just the start of the discussion. Our love for Star Wars surrounds and it binds us together. Look, I hope that you guys don't get too offended by me making this video. It's something that I thought about for so long, and I thought, dude, just talk about it. I didn't write the book. I didn't make the novel. I didn't put it into Legends or different layers. It was peppered throughout different pieces of literature and media. So it's not like that I was the one that suddenly pulled this out. Like that had to be approved at different levels to be in the Star Wars universe and then pulled out when somebody had some common sense. So if you got any trivia at all, please share it with me, because I am a fiend for just learning about Star Wars. It doesn't have to be dirty whatsoever. I love how it kind of intersects with our world, and then these things suddenly happen. Like, there's the beauty of it. It's its own universe. But I digress. The beauty of this video really is it is the start of the discussion. Our love for Star Wars surrounds and it binds us together. So please, in the comments below, let me know if there's any crazy trivia that you've picked up over the years, and maybe I'll make a video on it. And please consider to like and subscribe the video. It really helps the channel out and lets me know what type of content that you want to see. I promise there won't be any more videos on Jizz, because if you love Star Wars, I want to talk to you about it. It's as simple as that, my friends.
Over Anakin! I have the high ground!
That's right, everybody's favorite high ground meme is now available as a t-shirt mixed with McCree of Overwatch's own
It's high noon.
The memes have combined as you guys had voted on Twitter, and I had the pleasure of working with the developers at Teespring to make this shirt for you guys. So check out the link in the description to pick up this exclusive high ground shirt, and stay tuned for more fan voted designs in the future.